Low-carb diets are quite popular and they can be healthy, but a lot of people seem to be adopting less healthy iterations. This new systematic review and meta-analysis evaluated plant-based, animal-based, and just general low-carb diets and mortality risk. 10 prospective cohort studies, including over 420,000 participants, were included, and participants' diets were scored according to how low-carb they were. Higher low-carb diet scores reflect a diet that's lower in carbohydrates, which is pretty straightforward. Higher plant-based low-carb diet scores reflect a diet that's lower in carbohydrates but higher in plant protein and plant-based fats, while higher animal-based low-carb diet scores reflect a diet that's, again, lower in carbohydrates but higher in animal-based protein and fats. I also want to emphasize that high low-carb diet scores in this particular analysis don't necessarily reflect very low carbohydrate diets like a ketogenic diet. It just means that the diet was lower in carbohydrates relative to others. High overall or animal-based low-carb diet scores were not significantly associated with mortality risk, but high plant-based low-carb diet scores were associated with a 13% lower risk of mortality compared to lower scores. They also found that each 5-point increase in a plant-based low-carb diet score was associated with a 4% reduction in risk of mortality. High overall and animal-based low-carb diet scores were associated with a 14% and 16% higher risk of dying due to cancer, respectively, while plant-based low-carb diet scores were not significantly associated with risk. So shifting towards a more plant-based rather than an animal-based low-carb diet seems to be key to reaping the benefits.